Welcome to another episode of Just Talk with Gabe. I'm here, my psychic is here.
Here.
And so is our guest. So let's get started. Who do we have today?
Today we have model, actress, singer, Mya Xeller.
And looking forward to talk to Mya.
Absolutely. But before we get started, let's give a shout out to our sponsors, Fade Life Clothing and BCK Online.
Fade Life Clothing is a unique clothing line out of Atlanta, Georgia, geared towards those who love intoxicating style.
And BCK Online is a digital online magazine that keeps you in the know and up to date on the lives of young entertainers, rising stars, parents, and much more.
I'm glad they both joined us on our journey this season. Alright, go grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show!
Mya, welcome to the show. We're glad you can join us for an episode of Just Talk with Gabe.
Thank you for having me. I'm really happy to be here and super excited that even with the crazy times, we were able to make this work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you for being on. I know our listeners want us to dive right in. So let's get into it. Okay. So you are a model, actress, and singer. How did your journey in the entertainment industry start?
So I started dancing when I was very young at the age of 3. And, I didn't really have a say in what I liked at that point. So my mom kind of just threw me in. But she did see that I had a passion for it. I always loved being in there, just, not doing what they were telling me to do, but dancing around. And so then as I got older, I entered competitive dance. So I'm still doing that to this day. And that really started off like my entertainment career because that's really the first thing that I ever did that introduced me to being on a stage and performing. And then from there, a lot of my dance friends, they were starting to go into pageantry. And I never knew if that was my path. That was what I really wanted to do. But I did give it a try. I'm a very go-get person. So even if I don't think I'm going to like it, I still want to try it just to make sure. So that's exactly what I did. I entered my first pageant, and at my first pageant, I got first runner-up. And from there, I just kind of knew that I was meant to be doing this kind of thing. And the way it made me feel was really what indicated me, yes, do it. This is what you need to be doing. So.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, that is.
That's neat. Now, as a model, who are some of your favorite designers to work with and why?
As a model, I have worked with many, many designers. And for me, because of the type of person I am and because I do have a strong sense of style myself, I really like designers that have unique designs that are like out of the ordinary that you don't see every day, because I feel like those are the ones that are going to catch people's eye. And right. It fits my personality. If you see me all the time, I'm never dressed down. I'm always, everyone's wearing sweats and I just show up in a cocktail dress. Like, who knows? But that's just me. And so a lot of the designers I've worked with are just amazing. But a few of my favorites have been House of Beretti, Mark DeFang. He has an awesome shoe line and purses and all this amazing bling, everything, which I love. And then this brand called Emily Artwear. She's a designer and she just makes these awesome, like super cool jackets. I don't know, but those 3 designers, they give me the perfect vibe that fits me, like my fashion sense.
That's really cool. I guess kind of like with COVID and everything, people have, designer has become sweats. Well, I know at least for me, they have. So that's really cool that you still keep it dressed up, even during these times.
How would you describe your fashion style?
As I said before, my fashion style is very unique and different from everyone else. The word I would use to describe it is mostly chic, because I like to say that sometimes I dress up and I'm very sparkly and pink and Barbie girlish, but other times I just have like this really cool vibe to my outfits. And I don't know. I guess the only word I could use to describe it would be like swaggy or something. It's really weird because I have like 2 very different looks that I do. It's either rhinestones, pink and girly, or it's very like cool and chic.
That's cool. Now you're also Miss Teen World America Connecticut. Like, tell us about that world, because the pageant world seems so different from everything else. And would you like to continue on to maybe one day even become like Miss USA or Miss Universe?
Yes. So I am Miss Teen World America Connecticut 2019. And from there, I competed for the title of Miss Teen World America, where I placed first runner up. And I was actually the youngest girl in the top 5. So that was really amazing. But I, of course, do want to continue my pageant journey. A big goal of mine within the next 2 years is to compete for Miss Teen USA. I've been kind of holding off a little bit because it's a big pageant and I don't want to rush into anything. I want to make sure that I have the time to prep and prepare. But also, I just kind of wanted to wait until I was a little bit older, maybe 17, and I'm 16 now. So, we have some time to prepare and I won't be rushing into it because it is a big goal of mine. But hopefully I will be back on stage in a pageant sometime sooner than that because I'm really, really missing it. I need some pageant in my life right now. But when it comes to the pageant world, I think there's a lot of stereotypes on pageantry and people that do pageantry. And of course, it is very different from the modeling world, but not too different because when you look at both the worlds next to each other, mostly what you see is very put together girls, and a lot of it is focused on their exterior beauty. But what really sets apart modeling and pageantry for me, and also breaks the stereotype, is that in pageantry it's not just about what you look like. And I feel like a lot of people have that mindset about pageantry, but that's not it at all, because when you go to compete for a title, you're standing next to many other young women who are just as determined and strong as you are, and everyone's trying to make a change in the world. So when it comes to picking who's going to win that title, it really comes down to who holds themselves the best, not who has the best dress, not who has the best makeup, not who has the best hair, but who really shines from the inside out and proves that they can make a difference, a positive change in the world.
Oh, that's cool. So, I mean, because that's what I was going to ask you. Is it completely different from the stereotypes that people think about pageantry? Well, I'm modeling too.
Yeah, I would say there's a lot of stereotypes on modeling and pageantry. And, what I have to say about modeling is that people do have the stereotype, oh, you just have to be pretty, you have to be a certain body shape and type and weight. And I see how they could see that from the outside in. But our times have changed a lot now, especially in the modeling industry. And you could be a size 0 or you could be a size 24 and you're going to be up on that billboard in Times Square, because it's not about the size of your body, the color of your skin, your gender. It's about how you rock that clothing, and if the designer sees you as the perfect fit to be wearing it. Because everyone, I think, always forgets that anyone could put on a piece of cool or nice clothing, but they're not going to be able to rock it unless their personality matches it. And so that kind of brings me back to my favorite designers. I feel like I rocked that because it fit my personal preference in fashion and my personality. Right. But with pageantry, like I said before, I feel like a lot of people just look from the outside in and see a bunch of well-rounded, put together girls in very pretty dresses and hair and makeup all done up. But what they don't always see is all the work that's put in behind that. And that's just a moment of getting yourself out there and showing who you are through your style. But behind all of that glamorous and all that fun, there's a lot of hard work and determination that goes into building a platform for yourself and proving to everybody watching, including the judges, that you are the perfect fit because you have a plan and you know how you're going to make a difference.
That's awesome. I mean, you've kind of honestly already touched to my next question, because little girls look up to you. And I think your personality and your persona just kind of answered it back for itself, because how do you help bring about change for these little girls? And I think you just kind of answered that one. So that's it for me.
All right. So the next question is, as an actress, what is your favorite genre to portray?
So a lot of people that have never met me don't know this about me, but I love, love, love horror movies. I love Halloween time.
Wow.
I love everything scary, anything scary. during the Halloween season, you will catch me at every single haunted attraction and watching every single scary movie over and over again. And so, yeah, that's my favorite genre, but I would love to play the victim in a horror movie because I love when I watch them and I see like the girl running from the killer or something, and you just want to like punch her through the screen because you're like, no, don't go that way, go this way.
Yeah.
I would love to play that role so I would know what it's like to be like making those really dumb decisions that are gonna end up getting them killed.
That's true. That reminds me of that commercial. I think it's like a
Geico commercial.
Yeah, it's like a Geico commercial with the killers.
Yes.
Kind of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
And they're like, no, let's go to the barn where there's a million knives.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so what is your favorite horror movie?
Oh, this is a hard one. My favorite horror movie. Oh, that's so hard. I can't even answer. I love them all. I love them all. The only ones I don't like are like when you go to your on demand on your TV, sometimes there's just really random ones that somehow just popped up on there. They don't have any ratings or anything, and I feel like they were just like put together on an iPhone, but any of the well-known ones, oh, I can't even pick. I love them all.
That's cool. So out of all the roles, which one has been the most like you and why?
So as you guys know, I am on a reality show, Next Big Thing NYC, and clearly it's a real life, so I play myself, and I don't think that any role could really get more like me than that.
I guess because it is reality TV.
Right. I don't have to put on an act at all. I'm just 100% real, 100% myself. So I feel like there's no role that could fit my personality more than that.
Oh, that's cool. Because I guess you know how people think reality shows, even though they're quote unquote reality, they're scripted in some sort of way. I think some of them probably are, but that's good to know that it's like you are you on the show.
Right.
So as we mentioned, you are also a singer. So what's your favorite genre of music?
My favorite genre of music, I'm kind of the person that can really vibe with anything. I really like all types of music. Honestly, I can't even pick with that one either because my personality is so versatile. Like wherever I am, whatever car I'm in, whatever that driver puts on, I can vibe with it. I just have that type of personality.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
That is cool.
So on that note, we're going to take a bit of a commercial break.
Okay, we're going to take a bit of a break. Maya, would you stay with us for the fun round coming up?
Okay, thank you.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the show, everyone.
Welcome back, guys. And if you have not downloaded the Anchor.fm app, do it.
Do it.
Start making your own podcast today.
All right, Maya, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thank you.
All right, let's get into the next round of questions.
The fun round. We need like a drum or something, like a, you know.
Yeah, we do.
We don't have it. We don't own a drum. Anyway, what is your favorite city and why?
My favorite city is New York City. And just because it never goes to sleep. I have a very vibrant personality. I'm a very outgoing person. And so I love that I could go out like a night crawler that I am, go out late at night in New York and all the lights are still going and it's not dead yet. It just doesn't die. And I love that.
Right.
That's awesome.
So you have to pick one, Hawaii or the Maldives?
The Maldives. I've always wanted to go there.
Absolutely.
So what is the craziest thing you've ever done?
The craziest thing I've ever done has to be either riding in a helicopter. I was a lot younger, but I still vividly remember that. Or swimming with sharks. I have the biggest fear of sharks and whatever's under me in the ocean.
Wow.
So has to be it.
Yeah, I think that one wins, hands down.
Yeah, I want to go swim with sharks and dolphins. That'd be fun.
They'll think of you as a snack. They'll be like, look.
It was not fun for me.
Lunch.
I was very, very scared.
Yeah, I would be terrified.
No, at lunch, I'm tiny. I'm just a snack.
Okay. Okay, Maya, what is the first thing people notice about you?
So normally it's usually my dimples. I have 2 dimples, one on each side of my face, on my cheeks. And that's like usually the number one thing that when someone meets me, they first say something about the dimples. And I used to not like them, but they've really grown on me. starting to like them now. But right now, because of the mask, I feel like it has to be eyes. I do have like really interesting eyes. They change colors. Sometimes they're green, sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're gray. Really depends on like the weather and what I'm wearing. So I feel like definitely eyes, just because the mask covers half of your face now.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. So what's the one movie you can watch over and over and never get tired?
Speaking of sharks, that movie would be Jaws. I watched Jaws. I was introduced to Jaws at a very, very young age. And I think that's why I probably have such a big fear of sharks in the ocean. But I mean, it's such a classic. I could watch that every day of my life.
That's cool. That's an unusual one that people watch over and over. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is. So, if you could take 5 things to a desert island, what would they be?
My 5 things, it would have to be a towel, sunglasses, sunscreen, a water tube, like a float, and a bathing suit. And I'm going to tell you why. Most people would say they would probably bring like stuff to survive. Like, you know, they're probably being real about it. But for me, if I'm going to be stuck on an island and I don't have food or water and I'm probably going to die, I would rather just live my life and have a cute bathing suit and sunscreen and towel and a float while I'm there. Just take it all in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now you can't have a survival tool. So just know that if you want to add a survival, like a boat to get off when you want.
Yeah.
That's good too.
Nope, I don't want a boat because I probably don't want to leave. I'm just escaping the world and all the negativity when I'm on that island.
Nice.
If I have a survival tool, it will probably just be clean water because no one likes being dehydrated.
Yeah. That's nice. That's awesome. Now, what are 3 things that you have crossed off of your bucket list already?
So 3 things that I've crossed off my bucket list already are definitely traveling to Italy. But I do want to go back because I went at a very young age. So I feel like going back now, I would be able to appreciate it a lot more. Swimming with the sharks. And being on a billboard in Times Square, not only once, but twice. Those are all 3 things that have been on my bucket list. But my bucket list goes on and on and on. So who knows when I'll finish all those things.
That's cool. So just get started. Just start crossing things off.
Yeah. So what mythical creature do you wish actually existed?
One mythical creature I wish actually existed was mermaids. Yeah, some people say they're real, and I really hope that's true because, like, I'm in love with them, and I wish I was one. But it's not proven yet. So until it's proven, I'll consider it a mythical creature. But I really do wish that they were real.
Oh, that's cool. I like unicorns.
Yeah, unicorns.
I didn't even think of unicorns, but I've always since I was a little girl, I've always watched like the little mermaid TV shows and the mermaid movies. Yeah. I'm just like obsessed with it.
Right.
That's
just like a narwhal face, though. A unicorn. All right. So what's the one app on your phone that you never use?
One app on my phone that I never use? I've had Postmates on my phone for a really long time. And I've yet to touch it, use it, make an account, nothing. And I always see like so many people, especially celebrities, like really praising it and always using it, but I've yet to touch it.
You know, I had Postmates on my phone and I just deleted it. I was like, I've never used it. I'm going to take it off.
Right.
So, yep. Now, we kind of talked about the Amazon Prime next big thing. Tell us from your point of view, what do you think makes the show super special? And if you had to sell the show to the audience, why would they need to watch?
So Next Big Thing NYC is seriously like such a cool reality show. I really think that it's gonna change the perspective of reality TV because it's just so different from the reality TV that you see on TV now. And for me, I really love it. And I really think that it's going to be amazing to whoever's watching it because not only does it show us on the roll succeeding in a professional way, but it also really shines on us when we are just being normal kids, normal teens, just having fun with each other, going through relationships and friendships, starting and ending and all that fun stuff, and just like showing all the fun things that normal teens do. And I think it's really cool because it shows that, yes, we all are working really, really hard, and we have our own businesses and we're trying to make it to the top. But we're also still normal people that need to have fun and have drama and talk with our friends and have boyfriends and then break up with them. You know what I mean? And so I really think that when this show is completely out, I feel like teens will feel inspired. Other teens watching this show will definitely feel inspired. They'll feel like they can do it, because if all of us who are normal teens can do it, every other normal teen can do it too. All it takes is find your passion, find your talent, and make it happen. Just don't stop. Don't stop for the haters. Don't ever stop. Just keep going and you'll make it there.
That's awesome advice.
Yeah,
that is actually great advice at the end.
Yeah, that is. So in addition to all that you have going on, what is next for you?
So the world is kind of crazy right now, but what's next for me is definitely getting back on the pageant stage. I need to be back in the pageant world. I'm missing it so much. And then I did tell you guys about, hopefully within the next 2 years, competing for Miss Teen USA. That's a big goal of mine. And also, I really, really want to get started with some original music to put out. I love singing, like I said before, but I do want to have my own music to promote and perform.
Cool. What is the one thing that you want our audience to know about you? If you could sort of kind of make yourself into one word, what would it be?
So the message that I always try to portray to people about myself, that maybe they just don't see from the outside, because you can't read what's inside people most of the time. You just look at their exterior and you say, this is what kind of person they are, you know? And for me, a lot of people look at me and they always have words to say about me. And I'm always baffled, because I clearly know myself. And yeah, their perspective is just always so far off sometimes. But the message I always like to spread about myself is that, you know, I'm not perfect. And a lot of people think that I am and think that that's what I promote. But I really don't. I promote loving your imperfections, because I feel like that's what sets us all apart from each other. And if we were all perfect, we would just be the same. And there's nothing cool, there's nothing fun about that. And what I love most about myself is that I'm not perfect, and I clearly show that to people. I don't ever try and act like I am, because it's just not realistic. And I never want to promote something like that, because I know there are younger kids, especially females, looking up to me. And for me to spread that message would just make them believe that they have to try and be perfect. You know what I mean?
Right. So, like, where can people find you on social media?
On social media, you can find me on Instagram at Mya Xeller. I'm going to spell it out because my last name's really interesting. So MyaXeller. And then pretty much every platform, that's my username. So
that's pretty easy. So they can find you.
That's pretty easy.
All over. Before we go, can you sing something for us?
Yes, I'll sing you guys a few lines. I haven't been performing or anything lately, so I haven't really gotten to do much singing. So this is really cool. But I have been, you know, just preparing a song at home, working on it, because why not, you know? And so I have a few lines that I can sing to you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, just tell me when.
Okay, we take it away when you're ready.
I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality.
That is awesome.
Wow. Yeah.
You have such a gorgeous voice.
Thank you so
and
much.
When you get that new music ready,
it's allergy season right now too, so everyone's like coughing and sniffling.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah. No, we couldn't tell. So
that was good.
That was really good. And when you get that new music ready, definitely we're gonna have you back, and you can just sing the whole show. We're good. We're fine.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really
Thank you so much for having me.
We did.
This was awesome.
Well, you have to promise you'll come back.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Yep, and
thank you.
Thank you. What did you guys think? Great interview, right? Thank you, Maya, for coming on. We enjoyed it. And all right, I'm out. Until next time. Peace.